good day.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna.
Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Ash and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors book smarter and build confidence. And tonight's training is one of my favorites. Oh, I love a good digital command center. Yeah? Nothing screams organization more than my digital command center. And I built mine roughly about 2 years ago, and it's been a lifesaver. And I decided not too long ago to start sharing it with you guys because I figured, you know what? This is something that I have to survive in this travel industry, and I figured you guys might need it too. So tonight's training is all about creating a digital command center for travel agents. One place where you can organize your leads, bookings, content, vendors, and client information, even follow-ups, even down to the daily task, okay? That's how far we're going in here, so that you always know what actually needs your attention for your business. I feel like one of the biggest challenges that agents face isn't the lack of opportunities, okay? We have opportunities on opportunities on opportunities around here, but it's really just trying to keep up with everything that we're doing. Yes, I feel like that's probably the hardest thing for us. So the more organized your business becomes, the easier it is to stay consistent, provide better client experience, and ultimately book more travel. So before we dive in, you guys already know what's up. If you are watching live with me, go ahead and comment hello so that I know that you are here. Yes, I want to say hello to you. Hello, all. And if you happen to catch this on a replay later on, I still want to know that you watched it. So comment replay under the video underneath so I can say hi. Yeah, I want to see you. Say hello. All right. So let's go ahead and let me remove all this fancy stuff off your screen real quick and we will get started. Boom. Now, before I remove it, you guys see right now we're doing the digital command center tonight. Make sure you guys join me on Tuesday, though, because we're going to do a live travel Q&A, and I love a good live travel Q&A. Yeah? Get your questions ready. Please bring me some questions. I mean, I really want you to sit down deep in your soul and get me some questions, okay? And then on that Thursday, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do throughout the week to kind of answer those curious minds, because I get this question all the time. What do you do? How do you stay successful? All right, I'm gonna show you. Okay, so make sure you guys also join me next week, and join me tomorrow if you are with Evolution and Archer. I'm doing a corporate Zoom. Yeah, I'm gonna do a corporate Zoom. We're doing a live, and I don't even know what we're talking about. It's something good though. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be something with marketing. So make sure you join me there on corporate Zoom on Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, where I will be there. All right. So let's go ahead. Oh, let me turn my camera on. I'm so sorry. Hello. We're still working on the background. This is the only background I have that doesn't show everything else. So here we are. But hey, it's Ash. So tonight we're going to talk about creating your travel agent command center. And a lot of you guys might already have something like this. So I still want you to watch it even if so, because there's probably something in there that you can add to make it better. And I have something really cool I want to show you too. I'm going to give you the command center. All right. But I'm going to show you how to connect your jot form to the command center so that your leads will automatically pull in. And then we're going to talk about how you could do multiple forms on Jotform for different things. So then you have all of your leads, etc., in one place. Yeah. So I am really, really serious about this training. I don't care if you want to use my command center, if you want to use your own. Please have some type of command center. I don't care if you pay for it. I don't care if it's on the CRM. I don't care about any of those specifics. I just really, really suggest having some type of command center because you just run better. Okay. The first year I was creating this command center that you guys see now. By the second year, I really implemented it because I have ADHD and I couldn't stop. I had to stop spiraling on things. And now, as in someone who's hitting year 4, it'll be year 4 on June 28th is the day I joined Evolution and Archer. Is it 28th or 22nd? I don't know. It's one of those. I'm old now. I'm an OG. All right. But at the end of June, it'll be 4 years for me, and I get tons more bookings than I ever did in the first couple of years. And it was because I didn't have anything like a foundation. I was just like trying to operate off the top of my head. Yeah, a lot of us do that actually. And if your business only works when you're actively thinking, then you have what I call chaos. Can we all agree with that? Yeah, I feel like a lot of us have nothing but chaos, especially the ones that are hopping in my DMs asking me, why isn't this working? Why isn't that working? Because you have no foundation. You're just trying to run around, run a business off without a foundation. Every single business has a foundation. They might not have mine, okay, but they have a foundation. Let's talk about the most popular ones. Walmart, yeah, they have a foundation. They have a command center that they pay a lot of money for, right? All of them. Amazon, all of them, they all have a basis foundation where they keep everything all together in order to properly grow. If you don't have this, you have chaos and you're really actively thinking 24/7, and it probably is exhausting you. Yeah, I know this because my first year I did this. And I did great my first year. Okay, I got gold. What else did I do? I got bookings. Okay, I did all kinds of stuff. And what's weird is since I joined in June into December, my first year wasn't even like a first year. It was like first 6 months. That was honestly my first year because I started fresh in January, right? I always do like a new year, new me thing. So like in January, it was like I had already done a year of business, but technically it's 6 months. So, I mean, I got my IATN within that first year, right? Like I did everything that I was supposed to do, but I feel like in a way that if I could have gone back and did it again, which is a training I'll be doing this month, by the way, but if I could have gone back and like did this again, I would have set up a command center. Like, and mine's on Google Sheets, okay? It's free, it don't cost anything. I would have just set up something to be more organized. So if you're a new agent and you're watching this, organize yourself now so you don't regret it later. I promise you. Organize everything. I put everything in something. I mean, like, listen how far deep I'm telling you. You get an inquiry, grab their email. I don't care if you send them only text messages, grab their email anyways. Now you got another lead right there. Drop it in there, right? You got a phone number, drop it in there. Like, everywhere needs something to hold because when you start getting to where you're like me, right? Booking, marketing, like, you don't want to try and remember everything at that point. You need something to remember it for you. That's exactly what a digital command center does. Yes, it is a one home base. It's a one place to check daily. You ain't got to check all over it. Everything's put inside there. And it's honestly just one system that runs every single part of your business. Okay. Now, inside the command center, if it doesn't exist, then it doesn't exist at all. Literally, if it doesn't live within your command center, then it doesn't exist, is the best mindset that we're going to have here. Okay. That is my golden rule for it. And that is how I make sure I put everything inside of it because my brain does not have the capacity to do Ash Knows Travel, to do Passports to Pleasure, which is technically my adults only side, then do my regular travel bookings, then try to be a mom to 6 kids. Then I also have to be a wife. Okay, that's a part of it too. While running my household, nobody cleans here. Okay, I got to clean the household. I don't have a village. I run my own village, as you can tell. I know I would not be able to do any of that if I did not have a command center. And that way, since everything lives inside of it, my brain doesn't have to actively think about my business at all times. If it lives inside there, it'll take care of itself. It has a process to it. If it doesn't, then it doesn't exist. And I don't try to make it exist unless it hits that command center. Okay. Now with this, you're going to see inside the command center, I'll show it to you eventually. Okay. I have a spot for daily task, daily focus, and then I even have a spot for ideas. And the ideas spot is very, very important because that's where it lives. Okay. Any ideas that I have, it all lives inside there. And that's another reason I use Google Sheets, because I can just populate it from my phone, boom, put it in there, keep going. Okay. But set it now when you're building this, to hold yourself accountable, the golden rule. If it doesn't live inside that command center, it doesn't exist. So you better put it in the command center so it exists, right? Golden rule here. Okay. Now, let's talk about the command center and how it operates. So the first part of the command center is the home and dashboard. It is your daily starting point. It has all of your quick links that you're used to using, like your back office, whatever training systems you're working on. Anything that's like your current focus is what's inside of your home and dashboard. Okay. This is where you start your day. I always have it open somewhere on my laptop, my phone, etc. It is the first thing that I go to when I start doing different types of things for my business throughout the day. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Boom, here it is. So this is a copy. You guys will be receiving this at the end, okay? But let's take a look at what the digital command center actually looks like here. Okay, so this is the dashboard part. Here's the part for my quick links. This is all where they go. Now this is a copy. I can't show you mine, obviously, because I'll violate like all of the rules of YouTube you could imagine. So this is a copy version, okay? But here is today's focus. On today's focus, I pull that from a different part of this, which is my notes and ideas. We'll go over that too. But I pull from here, and I pull 3 things, and then I come over here, and I put it in today's focus. These are the 3 things that I want to complete for today, okay? Current leads to follow up, bookings and progress, content to focus on this week, and any additional notes, like if people are traveling, etc. I put that in here, okay? This is like the home basis. This is the part of where you will find everything that I really have to do is here, okay? Now, all of this right here is built off of all of these other things, which we'll go through in a minute, but it's all built from here. So all of my thinking literally gets thrown into one section, okay? And I really like them too, because I know mine says like share, but you guys can set this to private so it doesn't get shared outside of that. I love that. It's why pay for it when it's free, right? Like, come on. All right, so we have all of this in here. Yes, okay. Let's go back and learn more. Boom. So there's system number 1. Number 2, leads and inquiries. I recommend starting today. If you don't do it now, start right now. Go collect all of your leads and inquiries. I want you to track them. Okay. Anytime you've ever gotten an email of somebody that's a possible lead or inquiry, track it. And you can even identify them, okay, when you're putting them into the system, new, warm, booked, etc. And what is this going to do? It creates a funnel. As you can see, I love me a good funnel. I'm actually doing everything as a funnel part 2 later on this month, and I'm going to be breaking down funnels just like this. But it basically prevents lost opportunities is what this does. And I did not do this the first year, okay? I had to go back and find all of them. But I didn't do this. I never even thought about, why do I need their email? I can just text them. Like, there's so many things that can happen inside of an email. Email marketing is a huge market for us because everybody gets emails and they love a good travel email. They're going to open that, right? Like, we have so many opportunities that we miss because we don't gather our leads and inquiries, or we don't gather their information, okay? Leads don't fall through cracks when they are tracked. Can we all agree with that? So, system number 2, come over here. Leads and inquiries. Now, you're going to see a couple of parts for this, okay? I'm going to show it to you now so that you understand it. These leads and inquiries parts right here are manually put in. Can we see that? Yeah, I type all these in, etc. Okay, this right here, I have 2 parts. The first part here is ones that I obtain outside of my job form. So if I'm talking to somebody on TikTok, if I'm talking to them on Facebook, I will automatically ask them for their email and I put them in here, okay? I also talk about what we were talking about inside that email. So if I ever have like certain ideas for my newsletters, I pull from here, how they found me, have they ever booked with me, last time I contacted them, and the next time I plan on it. I mean, I go in deep here. And that's very important because I talk to so many people, I forget who I'm talking to. Like, even if you guys talk to me in my messenger and I will like respond to you and then like I open it, I don't respond, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I forgot, okay? like, and then that's what was happening with my business. And I was like, oh my God, Okay, we can't be forgetting. We have to put it down somewhere. And we're older, guys. Even if you're a newbie, welcome. But you get older and you forget things. Okay, I'm only 33 and I forget things now, so I don't want to imagine a couple of years. I have to write it down, right? So listen, there's a second part of this. Okay, this is the manual one, and then this one I put jot form integration. You can change the name of it. I don't care what you change it to. Okay, but this jot form integration is because I'm going to show you how to integrate your jot form into this so it all goes together. Now, if you have something else, you're going to have to look up how to integrate it. I use jot form simply because I can integrate it into here. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I do that. But before I show you, I'm going to tell you something. You see on this dashboard where it says to edit, hit file, make a copy. Before I send this to all of you guys, make sure you make a copy of it. You can't edit this file. This is my copy of it. So you have to make a copy of it in order to edit it. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there. All right, now let's go. Jot form integration. So here I have my jot form. This is my Passport to Pleasure's adults only getaway jot form. You guys can have 5 forms on jot form for free. And if all else fails, make another account. Okay. Anyways, so 5 forms. Okay. This is the jot form one. And how you do this. Okay. We're in the building section of it. I'm editing my form builders where we're at. Okay. There's the form. And then we hit settings. And then we're here now in the form settings, right? If you come down here, it does a lot, guys. You guys have to look up. I'm going to do another jot form training. Conditional logic. I have mine now. Like, it'll gather ideas of what they're selecting, and then it will send them. Like, I'm setting up a new jot form for this web design thing, okay? And I told this guy right here, you see this little guy? I said, hey, cat, whatever you are, co-pilot. I said, I'm coming up with a new idea and I don't want to do any extra work. I want the form to really do all of the qualifying for me. And that's exactly what this is. It conditionally logics when it answers so many questions and it will form it. Listen, jot form's a thing, okay? On top of that, what else does it do is this part right here. Integrations. That's the part we're going to follow up with today. Do you see this part where it says Microsoft Excel? Okay, we click on that, okay, and they go together. You can add a row to a new workbook, add to an existing workbook, and add row to a new table or existing table. So I would do, for me, an existing book. We hit next, and then we authenticate it, okay? Now, obviously, I can't go any further than this because it's going to actually do it. But you authenticate it, okay? And then once you authenticate it, you will select the book that's available. So it'll say Digital Command Center, whatever. And then you will select the page that you want. So for example, I would select Digital Command Center, and then I would select Jot Form Integration. And then it would automatically authenticate it, and then it just pulls all your old ones. It'll pull all your new ones, and then it will just pull it in here so that you guys can see them. Yeah? It's pretty cool. And I like doing this because I automatically get notifications from my jot form when I get the leads, but this way it's already in my digital command center. And remember, golden rule, if it doesn't exist in there, it doesn't exist at all. So this way it automatically exists in there without me having to go back and check it. Yeah, I like that. All right, so that was one of my little freebie secrets for today. Okay, so let's keep going, shall we? System 2, that was the leads and inquiries. System 3, okay, client details, notes, payment schedules, and live travel status. This one is very important because this is what changes the game as a travel agent. You are no longer just an agent, you really become an advisor because this type of organization will create better client experiences. It'll basically set up to where the clients already, how do I know? They're going to feel connected to you because you're already predicting the next step is exactly what this does, okay? This what makes you an advisor. If you don't have this, I promise you, you're going to have a lot of money missing. A lot of commissions are going to be missing because you didn't file them. You're not going to be able to find out when your clients are leaving. You're going to be trying to look up the booking, and there's a lot of things that sometimes we have to do before bookings. Like, for example, on cruises, we need to send them, what is it? On Royal Caribbean, it's like the documentation and the baggage. We have to send that 30 days out. And then for me, I have this big problem with VAX. I don't know about you guys, but VAX, they will send out a voucher, but it's not a voucher. It's actually their itinerary, but it will say reissue voucher. If you know, you know. But right before they go on their trip in Vax, it will send them a full itinerary, and it will have all of the details of like how they get their transfers, how they get their excursions, like all of these details, right? And a lot of the times they don't get it. I don't know why. I think maybe they just don't open it. I don't know what it is. But then, like, if I don't have a system in place like the one I have, they would never get it. And so now I have it in place. Did they get the voucher? So I will message them. And I call it voucher because that's what they call it on Vax, but it's not a voucher. It's just their itinerary. And I'll say, hey, did you get your full itinerary sent to you? It normally goes out 30 days before. No, I didn't get it. All right, let me resend it. So then I go back in there, reissue voucher. These types of things are what make or break you as a travel advisor. And you probably didn't even know that they have issues with Vax where it doesn't always go through. I just think they ignore it because I can see it. So I don't know why they didn't get it. It even tells you the day they send it. But these types of things made a big difference because now I'm an advisor. Now I'm making sure that you have every single part that you need, right? That's different from an agent. An agent is 1-800, you booked, great, have a good day, right? We can't be those type of people and expect to get bookings. We just can't. So, number 3, 4, whatever we're on, clients and bookings. Here we are. Client name, destination, dates, supplier, room, deposit paid, final payment due, booking status, commission, and commission paid. Now, Archer just did a huge update, so this should all help us right here. But I always make sure that I write estimated commission and then I write the commission that was actually paid. And I also highlight this yellow as it gets paid out, so then I know when I'm paid. Yeah? I do all of this. It's very important that we do this. This helps me so much too because, clients, they just be calling us randomly and being like, oh, hey, what about this, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then I just come over here. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're going to Jamaica. That's right. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, your final payment's due on this day. And this is, your deposit's paid. I do have that you booked your transfer. Like, you see how that sounds better than me going, oh, hold on. Let me log in real quick. Can't be doing that. All right. Number 4. Follow-ups. There's so much money that lies within a follow-up. A follow-up is a system, not a feeling. Okay? We don't feel anything about following up because it's our job to follow up. All right? Follow-ups, we got warm leads, past inquiries, and even past clients. These are all people that already know they want to book travel. So why are we not following up with them, right? I have a whole place for them. A whole place. They live right here. That's where they live, right here. Client name, original inquiry date, the trip they had interested. So if I do a newsletter, I'm going to come over here and pull their information. I even got the whole section for emails because I just grab them and pull them. The outcome, if they booked with me or if they didn't book, I put notes in here. Sometimes if they act funny or I had to run 3, 4, 5 quotes, I put that in there. Method, follow-up date, last contact. I mean, I go all the way out with this. This is so important for me. I have made so much money booking the people that I've already booked or I've already talked to than constantly trying to find new clients, right? Actually, I'm going to be really very, very honest with you. My TikTok does well. I figured out TikTok, okay? Great. And that is fine, but sometimes if it goes really well, you'll get like 7, 8 inquiries at one time, okay? Not every inquiry is a booking. We know this, right? So I have to filter that. In the process of filtering that, this is where they get added to. If I realize that they're not ready to book, I will just ask them, hey, can I get your email so I can keep you in the loop? And if I find anything like that, I'll share it with you. Absolutely. They have no problem with that. They get added right into here. That way, every lead is still a potential client and every lead is kept warm. Always. Okay? So, continue. Back to what we're doing. Number 5, content and marketing. So content ideas, this is where they will live, your posting plans, any call to actions tracking, because some call to actions work better than the others. Yeah. Marketing works better once it's planned. Oh, marketing works better when it's planned once. Yeah, that's true. It works so much better when we know what we're talking about. If you don't know your audience and know your niche, this might be a little bit harder for you. But when you have those two, then you can put all of your stuff and ideas, etc. inside here. Content and marketing. Boom. I always like to put my new ideas here. Okay, and I'm going to tell y'all another secret. Y'all want another secret for tonight? I was going to make a post about this on Facebook, but I'll share it with y'all instead. For those who showed up, get to know the secret, okay? All right. I attended a course a long time ago, and that's how I can teach 90% of this stuff. They taught me a lot in that course. They gave me a lot of confidence. They did a lot. Okay. But one thing that they said is you have to start making your doomsday scrolling productive. Now, you can look up the word doomsday scrolling, but essentially, our brain is triggered at certain points, like for release. We hop on social media. And when we're doomsday scrolling, our brain is triggered to automatically look for the next topic, the next controversial, something that's going to grab our attention. So that's what we're doing. You ever notice it? You're like scroll, 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 ooh, 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 deep dive, scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay, your brain is wired that way because that's how the platforms are built. Once you learn this, you learn how to start posting, okay? But the best content creators, they make this doomsday scrolling productive. And this is where they will go and start collecting their ideas. So they change their social media to look like what they're looking for, and then they put them in here, just like this. So at night, when I'm doomsday scrolling, if I find something that I like, I will put it into the content idea. I will put what audience I'm trying to trigger. So if I'm trying to get into new people, people are already booked, with the emotion that they use for it, and then the call to action. That way, when I'm posting it, I already have my ideas set up for just new things that I can do. I'm going to give you a good example. On TikTok, I do this a lot at night because TikTok is a new platform every day. You've got to figure out a new topic, right? And one that was recently working was like photos with words on it, like just regular photos. And I was like, okay, I found that in my doomsday scrolling. Okay, that's my kids are asleep. My brain's trying to turn off. It still has to be productive though, because I don't want to waste time on social media. We get paid while we're there, right? So we need to make sure it's productive. So I try to find something that I see other people working. It doesn't have to work just for like, let's just say, oh, it only works in the travel industry. No, if it's something that's naturally going viral, it will become a part of my content idea that I will then implement on my own terms. It's like a training. Yeah. A training, what everybody else is doing on social media, I turn that into this. That's what this is. All right. That's my secret for tonight. No more secrets. All right. Keep going. Number 6, trainings and resources. This is where Ash lives. Yeah. Somebody told me the other day that they have a whole file of everything that I've ever put out. So, hey, I appreciate it. All right. This is where you put me. Okay. Training links and replays, tools and login pages, educational notes. You don't search for the information, you store it. This is something that we all have to work on because I give out a lot of packets. Yeah. Put those packets in here. Put them in here. Put the packets in here. So then when you need to come back to it, you could put it in here. Any type of packets that I have, like I have one that was made for our team a long time ago, is all the vendors. I have that in there. Any of the training links that I need to go back to, I put them in there. Any type of just rewards or something, I put that in there. Like I put all of my resources in here. So that way, if I need something, I can just come right back to it. That's exactly what I do. All right. Next one. All right, system 7, business and admin. So you don't have to do this. It's not a requirement, but if you have a problem where you're constantly forgetting your logins, like I had a problem, and I know it says login and passwords, you can put whatever you want in there, but I had a problem with keeping up with all the IDs. My brain hurt, and then one day my Mac just decided to stop remembering all my passwords, and I had to reset every single password for the vendors. Okay, that's what prompted number 7, because I was only going to do that once. So now that has all of the important, like I don't even put my passwords in there, I'll be honest with you, but I do put the IDs. So at least I don't have to sit here and remember all of that. My brain hurts, right? Supplier information or just important operational links. You could put them in those places. That way, like I said at the bottom, if it lives in your head, it's a liability because you're going to forget it. I don't want to sit here and try to remember everything. I don't have time to remember everything. The most successful people that you meet realize that time is probably more effective than money sometimes because you can use the time to create more money. You can't use that time to create more money if you're doing stuff like this. Yeah? Okay. If you're sitting here trying to constantly remember everything, you don't have the ability to make more money because you're too busy trying to remember what your logins were. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how deep this goes. Small things like this is what helps building to this consistency. I just did a training on Tuesday about consistency in bookings. You can't get consistency in bookings if you don't have a foundation like this because you're going to be too busy trying to remember everything. Is this it? All right. Now I will show you guys that one. But I think see, we're going to keep going. So I'm going to show you this one, and then we'll get into this part because this is important. But I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Business and admin. I'm here. There we go. Okay. Category name, username, password hint. You see how I don't actually put the password. Link and notes works great. Okay. Notes and ideas is something else too. I don't cover it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Everything goes here. I told you in the beginning. Everything. I mean, everything goes here. Okay. I don't care what I might turn into. Okay. At one point, my little web design was on here too because I like designing webs. And I was like, let me just put that on here. And now it's turning into life. Okay. Everything that your heart could possibly desire in the future, drop it in here. That way you can pick it off one by one and complete small tasks as you go. Okay. Now, going back to my presentation, let's talk about the important parts, okay? The tool does not matter. I don't care what you use. Some people use Google Sheets like I do, and I'll give you mine. Some people use Notion, which is free, and then some people pay for a whole CRM. I don't care what you do, okay? The structure is what I just showed you. That's what makes it work. So you have to have this type of structure no matter what platform you choose to operate this on, okay? Now, how to use your command center. I don't expect you to go tonight and fill all of this out. That's not what I want you to do, okay? Start simple. Use it daily. From here on out, you open your command center, you start personalizing. You're going to get excited. I know I was excited. And then just like build into it as you go, okay? A simple system you use beats a perfect one that you don't use. So just kind of as you're using it, just get into the habit and force yourself every day. Let me check it. What do I need to do? Okay, move it, move it, move it. It's so nice to use as someone who's used it for over 2 years now. It's so nice because I can see the accomplishments. I can see things being moved. I can move them myself, and I know what steps I need to take to move it. I didn't have that ability before when I didn't have my command center. I just didn't. I just was hoping that everything was put together, right? Now, the outcome, of course, of having this is systems reduce stress before they increase income. That is so true. That's why I said you guys can't get consistent bookings without a foundation like this, right? This is one of those systems. When I have this system in place, I don't have to stress about everything. And that gives me a lot more time so I can create more freedom and income for myself. Okay. These type of systems, they don't limit you. They just give you the freedom that you're looking for. That's it. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here. Okay. Now, that is all I really have for you guys tonight when it comes to the command center. I know it wasn't too long, but it's exactly what you need. You know exactly what I'm doing with it, right? So I want to give you this, and in order for me to give it to you, I do have a little engagement deal here. So comment command center for me, and I'm going to go in here real quick, and I will send you a copy of it. 1 second. Let me copy it here. Here we go. Now, remember, like I told you guys in the beginning, when you get this, if you want to edit it, hear me, you cannot request to edit it. I will deny the request because then you edit my actual doc. I need you to hit File and then make a copy right here. And then you can edit it for your own self and change everything you want, okay? So let me go put this in here real quick, okay? And yeah, that is all I really have for you guys for tonight is the command center. And you guys should all have it by now. Yes, I already dropped it in there. So let me know if you guys don't have it. But make sure you guys like this video. Make sure that you share it with your teams. If you have somebody who's stressing out about being organized, help them out. Give them the command center, okay? And make sure you send them to this training so that they actually understand it. That's why I just don't give it to you, because if I give it to you, you're not going to know what to do with it. But now, can we all agree that we know how to use our digital command center? Yes? All right, go integrate it with your job form. Put all of your stuff together so that you are less stressed out and you have more time to create opportunities for income and freedom. Yes? So make sure you comment if this video has helped you. Make sure you got your command center. If you haven't got it, go ahead and comment command and I'll drop it in there again. But I'm going to head over to my studio now. On Tuesday, I will be doing a live travel Q&A, so make sure you guys join me live. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be on corporate Zoom. If you're with Evolution and Archer, you guys can see me there. All right, but that is all I have for you for this evening. Make sure you guys go ahead and like and comment. I'm going to head over to my studio now, where I will meet you and answer all of your questions there in the chat box, okay? Good night.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.